So we're looking at the book of Revelation then, and chapter 9, and we see in the book of Revelation that there would be these 200 million dead, from what I can understand, and the preparation and time for them was 396 years. When we look at the canon, it was used by Oliver Cromwell to great effect when he destroyed all the castles and of the king's men, of course, and won the Civil War. And if we go back another 150 years, there were huge cannons recorded by the Turks, who it took 70 oxen or something to pull it. So we're looking at hundreds, if not thousands of men. But the thing is, we're looking at the 150 years, or the 5 months, described in chapter 9, when there would be this locust with the kind of a sting of a scorpion in it, and there was a man's face in it. It had a breastplate of iron, spat out fire, brimstone and smoke, made the noise of many chariots, and it descended and came out of the pit where the smoke went up. And this spitting out fire, brimstone and smoke, I believe, is the aeroplane. And we look at rockets, how they fly across. Now we're thinking of a threat from North Korea, and these rockets are a great threat to the world. So the book of Revelation chapter 9 teaches us the time of the preparation of the guns starts with the 396 years. Where do I get that from? It says that for 1 year and 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour, they were prepared to the battle. Now, this says the 200 million. The Bible actually says the word 200,000, which is 200 million, were, in this battle. The book of Revelation tells us in advance what has already happened. This century, just over 100 years have passed since aeroplanes dropped bombs, spat out fire, brimstone and smoke from the First World War, and even before that. The point is, the figure of how many have died, soldiers, so far, is 129 million, if you look at Wikipedia. 58 million in the Second World War, 20 million died in the First World War, 22.5 million died in the China wars with Japan attacking them. And we look at the Civil War in China, another 6 million, another 7 million died in the Russian Civil War. You add the numbers up, up until now, that even war against terror, 1 million dead, 1 million dead with Afghanistan, with Russia. Okay, so it's 129 million dead, but this figure is 200 million. Now, the point is, they come out of the Euphrates, the angel, and I'm thinking the 4 angels coming out of the Euphrates, and that is, the Euphrates was the border for the land of Israel. God gave all the land up to the Euphrates. And the Romans went to the border, the Persians. So it's a border. But in Revelation chapter 16, I think it's verse 17, somewhere around there, it says that it dried up. The Euphrates dried up, as if there's no border there. And then it says the word Armageddon, gathering them together to battle. Now, if there's no border, that teaches me that the soldiers can come straight across. But it also teaches me that these flying things are aeroplanes, and it could be rockets coming from North Korea. It's already a threat to the West, and these are a danger. Now, if we're living in those times, I believe that there's a star, it's called the red supernova. It's going to be in the sky right next to in the northern hemisphere, the little cross. On the right hand side of that, it'll appear there in 4 years' time. I don't know if you've heard of it. Again, in 4 years' time, that's supposed to appear, 2021. Now, that could be a sign, because Jesus said there were signs in the stars, signs in the sun, and in the moon and in the stars. On earth distress the nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roar in men's hearts, fear for those things falling upon the earth. Are we seeing that now? With all the, you know, tornadoes and hurricanes. But what about the bombs which dropped in the wars? Jesus said there would be fearful sights. You see that when they dropped those horrible bombs in Japan, you know, the nuclear. So if they sent nuclear bombs over in the future from North Korea, would that make up the 70 million dead, which the Bible counts for 200 million in the last 150 years? Or hopefully I've misunderstood the text there. But again, it's something we should prepare for as a country. We should have those rockets, you know, which intercept these missiles, and we should have them in Britain. We should have them around our coastline where the threats are coming from, and we should see them in Israel and in key places, even Germany and all those places. They should have their own defence systems. I think they should get a superior weapon which will take down these rockets, and they need to work on it now and build them up. We need thousands of them. If you're going to spend budget of millions and billions, we don't need it on these little, what do they call submarines. Spend them on the real threat, which is coming from the North Korean places like that, who could send these missiles over. Remember I said the Euphrates dried up, there's no border. And there's no border for aeroplanes or rockets. Let's get our act together.